This is a video on my feelings on college. Let me start it off by saying that if you went to college or you're going to college and you get a career along that lines and it's truly really what you wanted to do, I'm proud of you. Good, go for it. But it's very dishonest to tell people that they will not have any success in life if they don't go to college. It's not true. Sure, you have higher income potential, but that's not really what's important here. It's good to make good money, but good money is not always found in college. I'm not disparaging anyone who's gone to college, okay? And if that was your plan in life and that's what you did, that's fine. My problem lies is when you, teachers and my family was the same way, pushed really hard that you won't amount to anything if you don't go to school after, well, college anyway. And it simply isn't true. College is right for some people, but college is not right for everybody. Oftentimes a better option is a trade school, but that's not even always the right option for people. Some people just join the workforce, and there's nothing wrong with that. When I was growing up, I was made to feel like if you didn't go to college and get a good job, your life was a waste. And that wasn't just my family that made me feel that way. That was school, public school, go figure. And I guess my whole point is if you don't go to college, that's fine. If you go to college, that's fine too. I know it's a bit of a ramble, a bit of a rant, whatever you want to call it, but it was kind of sad that I was made to feel like I was nothing because I went to college, did not go to college. And I could have gone to college if I really applied myself, but I didn't. I didn't want any more school when I was out. I just didn't want any part of it anymore. It's just not who I am. My senior year of high school was my best year. I nearly flunked out my first 3 years because I didn't try. It's not that I didn't know what I was doing. It's just I didn't care enough to do the work. They almost failed me purely for not doing homework. And I'd go to school and ace almost every test. So apparently, to me, that's a whole nother ball of wax. But, sorry, divided attention here. But, what happened is my last year of school, I felt kind of like, okay, I'm running out of time. Maybe it's time I prove that to them that I knew and know what I'm doing. So my last year, my senior year, which was 2001, I got all A's and 1 B. And my grandmother said that if you'd done that all through school, she would have drugged me to college. What a horrible thing. I understand why she would have done it, because you want the best for your child, and I get that. But if going to college is not the best for your child, a parent's got to accept that. They accept the path their child chooses in most cases. They don't always have to agree with it. And you know, whether people agree with it or not, you can always go back later. College isn't limited to those first few years out of high school. Sure, it's easier to do it then, but at the same time, it's not always feasible. You want to get into a job where you get maybe $20,000, $30,000 debt, or into a school, or however much, 100,000, whatever it is, and then you end up flipping burgers. Or the job you get as a result of the education doesn't make sense considering it doesn't pay near enough to pay the student loan. And don't get me started on trying to get student loans paid for by the government. That's BS. You got into it, you get out of it. And I'm sorry if your family and or friends or whoever pushed you into it, but it's not the rest of our faults. to pay for your school. College should not be free. That's abjectly wrong. But yeah, basically, the whole point is if you know a kid and they don't, and you know college isn't right for them, don't you dare push it on them just because you think it'll make their life better. And also, people get saddled with debt, whether it be the kid or the parent of the kid. And that's a horrible thing to do to someone who's working on their retirement years, because by the time your kids are graduating and go to college and stuff, you're probably pushing your retirement age. So do them a favor. If you can't afford it, or if money is just a problem, get a job and save up a chunk of change for school and try your best to pay it up front in full. I know that seems impossible, and in a lot of cases it may be, but do as much as you can to mitigate debt. Get grants, whatever you can do. Make sure it's legal, of course, which probably goes without saying, but that's the whole point. I was made to feel like my life was not going to count for anything because I didn't go to college. I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but didn't. To this day, I do not regret not going to college. And for me, that was the right option. That was the right choice. Life is a little hard. Money isn't always in great supply. But I still, to this day, firmly believe that college was the wrong choice for me. And my grandmother, it bothered me, my grandmother, as much as she cared and loved about us, and I know that's why she did it, said she would have drugged me to college if I had got straight A's and B's through high school. And I could have got a straight A. It's just, it was laziness because I just didn't want to be there. School's horrible. If you got a chance, homeschool your kids, please. And don't give me that, what about socialization crap? You want them to be socialized with 30, 40 more heathens like them? No, I don't think so. And also, trade schools, which is something I potentially considered, is a much cheaper, much better option. The income potential is actually pretty good on a lot of these things. Trades are awesome. Don't ever turn your nose up at them. And don't ever turn your nose up at someone because they are not college educated. Just because they're not college educated does not mean they don't know anything. Does not mean they don't know anything. They're potentially just as smart or smarter than you. Book smarts doesn't equivalent wisdom. That's for darn sure. I know some pretty dumb college grads. And they can, in real life, they can't fight their way out of a wet paper bag. But, you know, I'm dragging at this point, but I'm not trying to belabor it too much, but that's just my opinion. Tell me what you think below, and if you agree with what I have to say. And if not, tell me why. The whole crux of everything is that college is not the answer to everything. It's an answer for a lot of people, but it's not an answer to everything. And nobody should be saddled with college if that's not what they want, and it's not right for them. And it's up to the individual, not the parent, not the grandparent, not the school, not society. It's up to the individual. Yeah. Well, that's about it. Sorry for the long-winded rant, but that's what I got, and that's how I feel. I feel a lot of it's crap. So the other thing is, too, I might add this cherry on top. I've seen many people go to college and they come back changed and not in a good way. A lot of these people are burning cities down right now, so food for thought. If you listen this through, please leave a like, comment, and thank you for your time. And just give me, yeah, I'm rambling at this point. But at the end of the day, thanks for watching, and you have a wonderful, marvelous day. Bye.